am currently researching two different threads of things. One is an archive and the life of this writer who died 25 years ago, and there's little that's known about her. And the second is plastics and how they break down and continue to sort of matter even as they become less visible. And then my research is really about kind of weaving those two things together through writing and through artistic projects. Background is as a film and video person. That's what I studied in school. And then I spent a lot of time in the art world and got increasingly interested in the ways that art could potentially, I don't know, have real effects on some of the environmental problems that we're facing rather than sort of for purely aesthetic purposes. So I'm part of a program at UCSC called Environmental Art and Social Practice, and it looks at art's application for basically environmental problem solving. I don't think of art as being really materially specific. Like I think a lot of people think about art and they think about painting or they think about sculpture, but I think about it more as an approach to research that maybe isn't necessarily informed by or guided by the same rules as some of the like more rigid STEM research protocols, which are wonderful and are in place for a reason to get, you know, actual results. But art is like this amazing kind of embrace of taking like the winding pathway into research and potentially making a really big mess along the way. And I think that in kind of some of those stumbles or some of those falls or some of those sidewinding ways of approaching research and especially approaching an issue like plastic, you end up coming into all these interesting experiments. Like we did in our research group, a project where we just all watched ice melt and kind of talked about what it was like to watch that and wrote about that from a kind of creative writing standpoint. And for me, all of those approaches are really accessible for folks whether or not they intend to like be in fields of STEM. I think that introducing art into problem solving or into scientific knowledge making is just like a way to have a sense of play in that approach. And then let's see, the second part of the question, even if their end goal isn't in a STEM field. Yeah, I think also you and I talked about this a little bit at the beginning with everyone in the group, but for me, it's really important that students find like the thing that is their entry point into whatever they're researching. So whether or not that's like the ultimate best problem or best answer to the problem or whatever, as long as they find that spark that gets them really excited in their research, that's also something that I'm really interested in helping them locate.